Now, Ghost Rider is one of those characters that is beloved by all because, let's face it, we love anti-heroes, am I right? Ghost Rider to me is like if someone reached into my head, took out Spawn, Batman, and Ghost Rider, put it in a blender. This is exactly the kind of character I'd like to see. Well, more Spawn than anything, but you know what I mean. So before Marvel does either a recast or an actor who reprises his role, I wanted to take a stab at casting Ghost Rider. So guys, let's dive into it. This is my fan casting of Ghost Rider in the MCU. Hello friends, this is a personal message from Chris Chavez here at Nerd News. I want to say thank you for supporting me in all these years, a year. Thank you for supporting me in all the videos that I've been doing. I truly appreciate it. Hello all my lovely nerdy friends and welcome to another episode of Nerd News. Also, this is a new pop figure. It's my Miles Morales and I love it. So Ghost Rider, man. The character is fantastic. Let's just be honest. He is a character that definitely deserves another shot on the big screen. We'll dive into all that here in a minute. But with the MCU growing in the way that it's growing and all the amazing things that's happening, I mean, currently as this video stands, Phase 4 of the MCU has gone underway. We just finished Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Such a great show. And so Phase 4 of Marvel is looking very, very, very good. But now we're going to toss in some darkness with the Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. Darkness is coming. There's a little bit more creepiness coming, and I think it's a perfect opportunity for Ghost Rider to ride into our big screens. But before we dive a little deeper into this, if this is the first time visiting my channel, guys, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell to be notified of all things as I create them here in my laboratory, aka my office for work. Alright guys, so we have seen Ghost Rider a few times, like I said, on the silver screen. The last time that we saw Ghost Rider was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which did a fantastic job of that iteration of the character. So the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't focus on Johnny Blaze. Instead, they went with the character who is great in Robbie Reyes, who's played by a really, really good actor, Gabriel Luna. And for me, I love how they treated this character. We know Ghost Rider, but we didn't really know Robbie Reyes that well, at least if you haven't read the comics. And of course, on the big screen, we had the two films that were crap. But the brilliant, and I mean it, brilliant Nicolas Cage played Johnny Blaze. They covered that version, the motorcycle toting, ex-stuntman, that version. So we don't know which way Marvel's going to go. Are they going to do Robbie Reyes? Are they going to go back to Johnny Blaze? But for this version, for what I'm doing, we're going to focus on Johnny Blaze. Just because it's the version of Ghost Rider that everyone knows, and Johnny Blaze definitely needs a reboot, a redo, if you will. So we're going to stick with that. So starting off this list is definitely an actor who is too cool for school, if you know what I mean. He's a cool guy. You want to hang out with him. With films like Blade 2, The Walking Dead, and one of my favorite films in that of The Boondock Saints. And of course, we're talking about Norman Reedus, because let's face it, guys, this just makes so much sense for Norman to be Johnny Blaze. It just works. So Norman Reedus has stated in the past that he would love to play this character at some point. He even is a motorcycle enthusiast, so there's brownie points. And Norman definitely comes off with this cocky, intimidating personality, which works perfectly for this type of character. And Norman is just one of those actors that is getting cast in everything and should be cast in everything. I mean, even video games. Did you play Death Stranding? You should, because it's a very weird game, but it's a very good game. So Norman, when you're done with those little tiny zombies, you need to get out of that motorcycle because you, my friend, are my Ghost Rider. Next up is an actor that Marvel has been trying to cast for years, and he's one of my favorites besides Norman Reedus to play this role. And his films include, and you're gonna know right off the bat who the actor is when I say just the first film on this list. His films are Speed, Point Break, The Matrix, and of course, John Constantine. I needed to say Point Break again because that was just a fun movie, man. We're talking about Keanu Reeves. I am an FBI agent. Now, Keanu Reeves is a well-versed man when it comes to motorcycles and everything involving the motorcycle world. He owns a ton of motorcycles. He gifts motorcycles. He lives and breathes that world. It's what he does and what he knows. Not to mention that Keanu is, man, he is getting really good at all the choreography that's coming with fight scenes. Think about John Wick alone. Besides The Matrix, the training that this man does for John Wick, he just has so much passion for the things that he does. And a role like this that involves another passion of motorcycles and how complex of a character this is, it fits perfectly with Keanu. Now, like I said before, Marvel has been trying to get Keanu for years. They even offered him the role of Kraven the Hunter. He respectfully turned it down, which is fine. I didn't see him as Kraven the Hunter anyway, so it's fine. And Keanu also said that this is a role that does pique his interest. Take that with a little grain of salt because, you know, he is a very busy man with The Matrix and all the John Wick movies, so who knows if that'll happen, but Ghost Rider is on his radar. So Keanu, don that leather jacket, put your head on fire. Don't actually put your head on fire, that'll hurt. Because you, my friend, are my Johnny Blaze. Now the next actor on my list, he's underrated. I've used him a few times as some of the other previous episodes, as some of the other fan casting episodes that I've done. And his films include World of Warcraft, the TV show Vikings, which is fantastic, and the brand new HBO series Raised by Wolves. And I'm talking about Travis Fimmel. So Travis, his intense just quality that he has to just, you know, a deadpan facial expression is really intimidating, especially in Vikings. And I've said this before in other episodes with him. He's younger on the list, but he's very intimidating. And I think his persona and his own personality fits Johnny Blaze really well. And like Norma Reedus, I can see Travis as Johnny Blaze before he becomes the Rider, because he has that same arrogant quality to him. The I want to kind of hang around with you, but something about you is a little bit off. You know what I mean? Like, he has that air to him that it's just, it's an intriguing casting to me. So Travis, it is time for you to shine, my friend, because you are my Ghost Rider. So bonus casting. Before we start this little bonus casting here, a little disclaimer. This actor cannot play Ghost Rider because he's currently in the MCU as a character that should not be recast. He should be his character currently forever. I'm talking about Jon Bernthal. Now pretend Punisher wasn't a thing. Pretend he wasn't cast as Punisher. The man is ideal for Ghost Rider. No explanation needed, just if Punisher wasn't a thing, he'd be my man. But he's amazing as Punisher, so we'll move on. Bonus casting, there you go. So the last actor on this list is my wild card. Now, I like throwing these type of actors in these casting just to get you thinking, you know what I mean? Just to be like, that might work. Now, he's an actor who has played a ton of amazing roles in ton of fantastic big blockbuster movies. And those movies are The Lord of the Rings, The Amazing Show The Boys, Star Trek, and of course Priest, which was decent. Yeah, that's right, Karl Urban. Now, Karl Urban can play dark. He was really good in Priest. The movie wasn't that good, but he was a really good villain. He's a very good dramatic actor as well as an actor that's a character actor. He was really good as Bones in Star Trek. You can't deny that. He has all the qualities. He's intimidating, he's cocky, he's hilarious, he can be frightening, and he has the tangibles to play a character like this, but I think if he was cast as Ghost Rider, he'd have to tap into something a little different into his mind. Now, he's currently played a lot of heroes as of late, except for The Boys, that's a totally different thing. So to give him something that's a little bit different, a little bit darker and deeper than what he's used to, I think he would just hit a home run with it, to be honest with you. So Carl, when you're done with the USS Enterprise, I think it's time for you to trade that in for a motorcycle, because you are Ghost Rider. And thank you guys for sticking around. I truly appreciate it. Did you agree with my picks? If not, let me know in the comments below. I want to know who you want as Ghost Rider. And until next time, guys, I'm going to leave you with a little trivia from the first Ghost Rider film starring Nick Cage. So before Nick Cage was cast as Ghost Rider, Johnny Cage and Eric Bana were on the list. One of those actors could have played Ghost Rider. It would have been interesting, but I think out of the two, Johnny Depp would have done a better job than Eric Bana. No offense, Eric, if you're watching this. But picture Johnny Depp in that role. For some reason, I picture him as Jack Sparrow with his head on fire. Well, where's the rum?